And welcome back. One of the organizations, one of the many organizations that benefit from your generosity through Give Big Kern is the RM Pyles Boys Camp. And joining us is the executive director, Adam Bell, this morning. He's zooming in here to add a little insight to where that money goes. Adam, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
Last year, what was the totals compared to this year?
We're down a little bit, but not as much as we expected. So we raised just about $1,500 this year. Okay. We do recruit a lot of volunteers through Give Big Kern, and that has been impacted this year just because we don't have a lot of events where we can bring volunteers in.
Do you have a number as far as volunteers?
Well, we host a big barbecue fundraiser where we get about 250 volunteers. And this year we can't host that event. It would have been this Saturday.
So that is canceled. Has there been anything else canceled or maybe pushed back?
Yeah, unfortunately, we made the tough decision to cancel our on-site summer programming up in the mountains this year, but we have pivoted to mentoring the campers who attended last year so we can try and set them up to be better equipped and prepared to come out of this situation, ready to handle the recovery.
Can you talk about the difficulty in doing these types of things because you don't have that one-on-one kind of interpersonal interaction now due to the pandemic?
Yeah, I think part of the meat and potatoes of running a youth development and summer camp program are getting together in that interpersonal relationships that we build. So certainly when we're communicating through screens and through phone calls, we lose a big part of that. So we're trying to be optimistic. We're spending less time on the freeways, so we have more time to interact with the kids and mentor them. It's just not at the same level as it would be in person. We're just trying to do it more often.
So has anything else developed? Maybe you're thinking down the road saying, what other things can we do to sort of continue what you're doing, your operation, in the absence of that interpersonal communication?
We're just trying to figure out right now and experimenting with a few ways to reach our boys more often. And we're doing that on a very small staff. And this year we're preparing for a very small budget. It's always been a challenge for us to reach our boys. They're in traditionally under-resourced communities, and communicating with those families can be challenging. So we're learning a lot right now, trying to reach out, talk to the parents, talk to the kids, and we communicate a lot with the schools and after-school programs that help us identify our campers. And with a lot of those programs being closed or people working from home, it's a challenge. So we're just up in our hustle and doing what we can.
And after 70 years of operation, I'd say that you're going to be around for quite a few more.
Yeah, the reality is when we get on the other side of this, our program is going to be needed more than ever. So I just encourage folks to, whether it's a program like Pyles Camp or another youth services organization, to consider donating and supporting those organizations, because when we get on the other side of this, there's going to be some gaps, and the nonprofit sector is going to fill those gaps. And with help from the places like the Kern Community Foundation, we are set up and ready to go and ready to serve the community.
Adam Bell, Executive Director with the RM Pyles Boys Camp, thank you for your time this morning and best of luck to you.
Thanks a lot, Mike.